First United Methodist Church of Bradenton. We'd like to thank Reverend Robin Hager and Music Director Jim Culver for their ongoing support and assistance in bringing this concert to you today. And a special shout out to Jonathan Smith, who's going to be taking video of our concert this evening, and Rob Kessick, who is going to be live streaming our concert this evening. I'm Dan Austin. I'm a friend of the Flute choirs, and I will be your MC for the evening. The choir has had a succession of extremely talented artistic directors since 2001, when Cindy Bruce, a flutist and teacher in the area, first formed the choir at the insistence of her students. On behalf of the musicians, I would like to officially welcome Nicholas Rial, the new artistic director of the Gulf Coast Flute Choir. Nicholas received his Doctor of Musical Arts degree from Temple University and has had an extensive musical career composing, arranging, playing, and teaching both in Venezuela and the United States. You can see a brief bio in the program, but if you want his full bio, which is likely, go to nicholasrial.com. Music for the Royal Fireworks was composed by George Friedrich Handel in 1749 under contract of George II of Great Britain for London's fireworks of the same year. King George insisted on only wind and percussion instruments, no fiddles. Handel omitted the strings against his will. The music celebrates the end of the War of the Austrian Succession and has been popular since it was first performed 275 years ago. Arranger Nora Kyle is a nationally recognized expert on flute choirs and has conducted flute choir workshops throughout the country. She has been the conductor for the Chattanooga area flute choir since 1983 and is an active member of the National Flute Association. Music for the Royal Fireworks. Nuevo Flute Quartet of Venezuela. Oriental meaning east. The polo is a style of music from Western Venezuela that's inherited directly from Spanish music. Through the years, it has been transformed and is part of the musical array of Venezuela. It tells the story of misfortunes and happy moments of fishermen in their daily tasks and their dreams related to hope and prosperity. The piece starts with a lyrical atmosphere of slower tempos demonstrating melancholy, sadness, and nostalgia. It is then interjected with a happy, more hopeful rhythm. Raimundo Pieda is a Venezuelan flutist, composer, conductor, and educator. His compositions include works for flute orchestras, mixed ensembles, woodwinds, and symphony orchestras. His music is known for its South American rhythms and for reimagining Venezuelan traditions into sophisticated concert music. Polo Oriental. influenced Appalachian Spring, is in four movements of American folk tunes and settings for flute choir arranged by Kelly Dia. Movements include Wayfaring Stranger, The Bridle and Saddle, Come On Ye Fair and Tender Maidens, and Fiddle Tunes. Kelly Dia is a piccolo soloist with the Atlanta Ballet Orchestra and Macon Symphony. Principal flutist for the Atlanta Tops Orchestra and directs flute choirs at Atlanta Music Academy and Mercer University, among many other performing, directing, and teaching credits. Please hold your applause until the choir is finished, all four pieces. Appalachian Suite.
I get so excited and I keep on forgetting what I need to do on the stage. So, hello there, everyone. Are you having fun? So we are. From here. My name is Nicolas Rial. I come from Venezuela originally, and I've been blessed to live in this country for the very past close to 20 years. And I feel super honored to be part of this fantastic group of flutists in your area, your neighbors. So I take the opportunity to say thank you to each one of you for having me. It's been a blessing to participate the past time. I just was kind of 6 months, guys, something like that. So I'm super blessed for the opportunity and get to know each one of them. And hi, Angela, she's there. Thank you for all your beautiful job with this ensemble for the very past years. And let's give up a huge round of applause to Angela Calestra. So, all right, I guess I'm going to stop talking and continue.
Tevilanza was composed by our artistic director, Nicolas Rial. The 1997 piece was conceived for, premiered, and recorded by the Incredible Venezuelan Flute Quartet. Tevilanza expresses the depth and simplicity of magical fables depicted through long, flowing melodic themes embedded with an impressionist atmosphere. The flute range becomes prominent in the pinnacles of the piece with the hopes that the listener is left with a sense of optimism and peace. Tevilanza. During Irving Berlin's 60-year career, he wrote an estimated 1,500 songs, including the scores for 20 original Broadway shows and 15 original Hollywood films. And his songs nominated 8 times for an Academy Award. Putting on the Ritz was written by Berlin in 1927, and 3 years later was introduced by the musical of the same name. It's said that Putting on the Ritz, meaning to dress very fashionably, was the first song in film to be sung by an interracial ensemble. The song found new life in 1974 when Gene Wilder and Peter Boyle performing the song in the movie Young Frankenstein, which for me is one of the funniest and most memorable scenes of the movie. And if you haven't seen it, you have to. It's hysterical. And in the 1982 version by Dutch musician Taco, accompanied by a music video that aired on MTV, which apparently no longer plays music videos. So we have Put on the Ritz. Carol of the Bells, composed in 1914 by Mykola Leontovich, is a popular Christmas carol based on a traditional Ukrainian folk song celebrating the New Year. It was first performed by students at Kyiv University and introduced to Western audiences by the Ukrainian National Chorus during its 1919 concert tour in Europe. In 1922, it premiered in the U.S. at Carnegie Hall. The English lyrics were written in 1936. It has been adapted for a wildly diverse musical genres that include classical, heavy metal, jazz, country, rock, and pop. Today you'll hear the flutes interpret the vocal arrangement of the popular a cappella group Pentatonics. It will be performed by an ensemble of 10 musicians of the flute choir and conducted by our Associate Artistic Director, Tom Gravel. Carol of the Bells. soprano, alto, tenor, bass, and contrabass. The piccolo, a small flute usually made of metal, plastic, composite, or wood, is the highest pitch of the instruments. Its high pitch brings a bright sound that stands out and often cuts through the rest of the music. It's pitched one octave higher than the C flute, which we'll hear shortly. Simon will demonstrate the piccolo today. flute. It's the instrument players begin with when they're just learning the instrument. It's called a C flute because it's a concert flute, and it's pitched in C. C flutes can be made of nickel, then silver plated, solid silver, or even gold, and even the mouthpiece can be made of gold to improve the tone. Chris will be demonstrating the C flute today. The alto flute adds a darker, richer tone to the choir. The alto flute can have either an inline head joint, which is part that the player blows into, or a curved head joint. It really depends on the musician's preference and the length of their arms. Here is demonstrating the alto flute today. Virginia, if you could stand. There she is. The bass flute, out of necessity, has a curved head joint and is pitched one octave lower than a C flute. The bass flute often provides the foundation of flute choir music. Virginia. Unfortunately, we don't have with us this evening the granddaddy of flutes, which is the contrabass. The contrabass is pitched 2 octaves lower than the C flute and has a very deep, resonant tone. It's big. It stands approximately 6 feet 7 inches tall. So imagine me standing up straight at 8 inches. Clearly, a musician must either stand or sit on a stool to play it. Next time we'll have one. Obviously, not every musician in our choir owns each of the flutes we just demonstrated. That's why the flute choir owns several of its own instruments. This allows the players to test out different instruments and play various parts during the concerts. So that's the family of flutes. Thank you. O Come All Ye Faithful is a hymn tune that is attributed to English organist John Francis Wade. The origin of the text is unclear, but believed to be from the 13th century. This arrangement begins with a duet of alto and bass flutes and gradually adds additional parts to the melody. Avis Avidan Luke is principal flutist with the Tillicum Chamber Orchestra, music director of Rose City Flute Choir, and teaches privately in Portland, Oregon. Luke has been arranging and composing for the flute since 1990. O Come All Ye Faithful. We have been offering 2 concerts annually free to the community, but of course, there are necessary expenses that allow us to continue to serve the community with music. If you wish to make a donation today, the ushers will literally be passing the bucket to collect donations. On the faculty program, you'll also find information on another opportunity to donate to the Gulf Coast Flute Choir, Giving Tuesday, which is December 3rd. You can donate through the choir's website, gulfcoastflutechoir.com. And thank you all in advance for your generosity. The lyrics to What Child Is This were written in 1865 by William Chatterton Dix, and in 1871 was set to the traditional English folk song Greensleeves. The carol is more popular today in the U.S. than its country of origin. Arranger Kathleen McMichael is a pianist, arranger, composer, and publisher of a wide variety of choral and chamber music. Teaching, performing, and composing comprise her professional musical life in Saginaw, Michigan. She is currently a faculty member at Saginaw Valley State University. What Child Is This is one of 4 carols that Michaels has arranged for flute ensemble in the Renaissance style in a Renaissance Noel Christmas book compilation. What Child Is This? Suite Quartet is a suite of 4 Hanukkah songs arranged for flute choir with each instrument having its own turn of melody. Today the choir will be performing 2 of these movements. Maya Zur, which translates as Rock of Ages, and is a Jewish liturgical poem sung at Hanukkah after the lighting of the festival candles. Mi Me'alal translates as Who Can We Tell, and consists of a lively, uplifting chorus. Please hold your applause until the choir's finished both pieces. We didn't give them a sour cue last time. O Come, Emmanuel was written in the 9th century and is one of the church's Latin hymns. Each of the verses or sentences are based on Old and New Testament verses. O Come, Emmanuel is one of 6 French carols from the Christmas book compilations arranged by Amy Rice Young. Rice Young currently conducts the National Flute Choir, teaches at a variety of colleges and universities, freelances in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. She is past president of the Flute Industry Council. Today we're pleased to welcome 2 guest artists, Hernan Matute on bass and Hector Molina on guitar and cuatro. Both will be playing with the choir for this piece and the remainder of the program. O Come, Emmanuel. Placida Chapeau in 1843. Composer Adolphe Adam set it to music in 1847 and was performed for the first time in the poet's hometown on Christmas Eve of the same year. Prolific arranger, Bill Holcomb's education and career began in the 1940s and included attending Juilliard as a flute major. He worked with the Tommy Dorsey Band as a staff arranger and flute player. He performed for Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer in his New York radio station, wrote for a recording orchestra, played Broadway musicals, and founded musicians' publications. O Holy Night. First United Methodist Church of Bradenton for hosting us here this evening. Please make sure to follow us on social media. There's information at the back of your program. Follow us on Facebook and our new Instagram account. You can also view past concerts on YouTube, including this one, which will be posted soon. And I'm assuming the live cast will also be there probably now. If you'd like to donate to the Gulf Coast Flute Choir, please consider donating. If you haven't donated today, on Tuesday, December 3rd. It is December. There's also some news that I'd like to share. The Gulf Coast, Kim, I'm really sorry. I have the hardest time saying Gulf Coast Flute Choir. And one of our lovely members and neighbors reminded me, and I just flubbed again. So I'm going to start. There's also some news that I'd like to share. The Gulf Coast Flute Choir will have the privilege of performing at the Florida Flute Association in January. So we've heard a lot of uplifting music, Christmas music, Hanukkah music, some melancholy music. The one type of music that is always missing during the holiday season is Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is 3 days away, and I know that there's one thing that all of us are going to be thankful for this Thanksgiving Day. Because in less than a week, hurricane season is over. And the people said, amen. On behalf of Artistic Director Nicholas Vial, Associate Director Tom Gravel, and the dedicated musicians of the Gulf Coast Flute Choir, have a blessed and happy holiday season. Thank you for attending today's concert. The two concluding numbers in our concert this evening are Feliz Navidad and Burrito Sambanero. It rhymes with habanero, okay? Feliz Navidad was written and first recorded in 1970 by Puerto Rican singer-songwriter Jose Feliciano and was recorded at RCA Studios in only 10 minutes. He wrote the song while homesick for his family and Christmas traditions. It's one of the most downloaded and aired Christmas songs in the US and Canada. And in 2010, was introduced into the Grammy Hall of Fame. The next number, Burrito Sambanero, the little donkey from the plains, is a Christmas carol from Venezuela. It was written by Hugo Blanco for the 1972 Christmas season and was first recorded by Venezuelan singer-songwriter Simón Diaz, where he was accompanied by the Venezuelan Children's Choir. It has been recorded by a children's musical group which has gained great popularity in Latin America. This piece was arranged by Nicholas Vial. So here we have Feliz Navidad and Sambanero. Burrito Sambanero. Thank you.
like this. All right, we're gonna try an experiment with you right now. Before you leave, we need you to finish our concert today by having you performing with us. So, here's the deal. Yesterday, thank you. Yesterday, we made it happen with the audience yesterday. And I'm wondering if we can just beat them out today, right? So here's the deal. So Hector, can you just do it? So we're gonna do the middle part of the song that we just performed, and all what we need to do is just to say tuki tuki tuki. Well, sing it. Tuki 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 ta. Hold on. Hold your horses. I'll say it again.